Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today, back tomorrow. Hope you had a great Father's Day yesterday. I watched a lot of golf, as you might assume, Sip. And I'm hearing reports that you watched golf as well, which frankly made my morning already.
Yeah, I watched.
Thank you.
Yeah, I watched it at my dad's house, and it was captivating. It was.
Please tell me you're serious about that.
Oh, I'm dead serious. I mean, it was the U.S. Open on a tough course. It was Rory and DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Cantlay was kind of a nuisance to me.
Why was he a nuisance?
Just a nuisance because it was Rory and DeChambeau.
He never really challenged to tie the lead at all. He kept missing putts.
Right, just a nuisance.
Left and right, short. Come on, dude. Really?
He was in striking distance, though.
He was, and he decided not to do anything about it.
Right.
It was always just nothing.
Right. So anyway, I was I was definitely captivated by it. It was great theater. And then here we are. Here we are on a Monday.
And by the way, before I get into that,
before we get into our show,
it's a golf more and the show.
Yeah.
As David from Renew, who's a loyal viewer of the show, he's pointing out, hey, the camera angles are normal because the tube is gone in the studio. Look at the big gray tube there.
There's Dave pointing out some.
Well, he knows how the different angles, if it's properly in here done right. You know, the angles are good. With that thing in here, we had to get a little creative. Now it looks good. Back to normal.
Back to normal. Here we are on a Monday. Our producer, Ben, go ahead.
Has a hat on.
Young Ben.
He is wearing a hat for maybe the first time I've ever seen in my entire life.
And it is a Dolphins cap.
He's a Dolphins fan.
Yes. Now, Ben, is this attempt to sort of endear yourself to Jake?
Young Ben is from Columbus, and he was born in 2003? 04.
2004, which is startling to me.
He became a Dolphins fan because of Ndamukong Suh. Now that was like in 2016. He went there, 2015, something like that.
Have you ever heard of Shula by any chance?
Dan Marino.
He has heard of him.
That's good.
Ben is here.
Young Ben is in the building.
Bill will be back tomorrow, as you said.
Yes.
But this is our show today on Monday, June. I'm going to say
June 17th.
Whoa. We're at June 17th. That's news to me.
You want a real whoa?
That's news to
Today
me.
is actually 2 months that my child has been alive. 2 months.
Whoa.
Yeah. April 17th, June 17th.
Get ready for prom. That'll be here before
just
you
bought
know
the
it.
dress last night. Yeah. It was okay. It's in the closet right now.
I better get over there before she gets married.
You better come over and see.
I got to meet her. I met her.
You met her at a bar, actually, of all places.
How appropriate.
Very appropriate. You met Scotland at a bar, but that's okay.
Here we are
on a Monday. You guys can always call or text 402-464-5685. All right, off the bat, idle chit chat. Yes, because I'm thrilled that you were able to catch some golf. It was an amazing tournament, the U.S. Open. It really was. But where I'm at this morning is Rory McIlroy, who blew the tournament once again. I was watching.
Once again,
there's a show on Netflix called Full Swing. It's behind the scenes of PGA and Live golfers the last couple of years.
Cool. Okay.
I'm watching. I think it was early this season 2, and Rory is in the locker room saying, "Will I ever win again?" I mean, he is just as low as he can possibly be, and this is from last year.
What did he lose? What did he?
He just wasn't making cuts in tournaments. He wasn't competing that well in majors. He hasn't won a regular season tournament for a long time, which he did this year, earlier, like a month or two ago.
Okay.
But he was so depressed and down. Now we learned also that there might have been some marital problems at that point, which they have been resolved apparently.
Yeah.
But this could have been the ultimate redemption for McIlroy. This dude is trying to prove I still have it to win a major.
Absolutely.
And guess what, Sip? You saw he was up by 2 shots at one point.
Yeah, he was.
That was short-lived because Bryce made a birdie in that hole that he also birdied. So it was short-lived. But McIlroy gets it to 4 deep on the round, 8 deep overall. He's playing incredible golf, making putts from all over the place and making short clutch par putts, which have been his problem as it happened later in the round. Hole 16.
Okay, this is where I missed.
I'm about to give you a stat that's going to blow your mind.
Hole 16, and where are they? Are they even?
At this point, McIlroy was up a shot on DeChambeau.
Wow. Okay.
He was 7 under par.
Okay.
And Bryson was 6 under par.
Okay.
Rory hits a great bunker shot. No, sorry. Rory was on the green on 16 for birdie. I said he had a laser beam of a second shot. He's got 20 feet for birdie. This thing looks like it's going to be over, right? The birdie putt barely misses, goes about 3 feet past.
Okay.
And keep in mind, Rory's been making putts all day, long and short.
Okay.
Everything.
He's got a 3 foot.
Prior to this putt, per stats out there, Rory this season on the PGA Tour was 496 of 496 on 3-foot putts and in. This is 16. Hole 16. This putt was 2 feet 11 inches. So it was inside 3 feet.
Yeah.
He missed it. It was his first miss of the entire year. Almost 500 putts of that distance.
Yeah, that's trouble. That's because you know why.
Pressure.
Yeah.
He lifted out. It went left. He lifted out, and it was stunning.
Here comes the pressure.
This same hole, DeChambeau hits a great shot, barely misses his birdie, but it's all squared out at 6 under par.
Okay.
McIlroy in 17 goes long, hits a great bunker shot, and makes a 4-footer for par. Okay, now we're back on track.
Now we're okay. Oh, we're still even, or is he down 1?
He's
DeChambeau
they're tied. They're tied.
Okay.
So they enter
tied on 17,
and DeChambeau then barely misses his birdie putt on 17. They enter, even though DeChambeau's in the group. DeChambeau's in the final group. Rory's in the group ahead of him with Patrick Cantlay. You called a nuisance for some reason.
Yes.
He was never really.
Oh, he's just a nuisance on the broadcast. Just a nuisance.
Okay, well, yeah. Anyways, everybody goes left. Cantlay goes left. McIlroy goes left, and DeChambeau goes left on hole 18. And by the way, DeChambeau all day long has been right.
Spraying it all over.
Mostly right. And he was getting fortunate in the crap all the time. He always had a shot. Here's
why. Here's my theory on that. Because he's so strong. He just powers out of stuff.
I'm just saying, if you saw the lies, they were not horrible. He didn't have bad lies. He could have been absolutely stymied in one of those.
That's true. But he can power out of problems because he's strong.
So on 18, McIlroy gets out of the crap, short of the green, hits a great chip. You can ask Elizabeth. They said that's got to stop because if it's past the hole at all, even 3 feet, which it was, that's a tricky, fast little slider. So it's got to be uphill so you can just have take the break out of it and hammer it in there. Can't do that downhill. McIlroy misses about a 3.5 footer, so twice in the last 3 holes, and this one lipped out again. And then what? DeChambeau, by the way, is in trouble. He had to hack out straight right into a bunker, hits a 55-yard bunker shot, which is a very, very difficult shot, to about 4.5 feet.
Those guys don't seem to have problems in the bunker.
No, but in that moment when you need a par,
I know it's tough.
You need a par to win outright, and he hits it to 4 feet and makes it. Well, he said, I was listening this morning on the way. I was listening to Sirius PGA Tour radio on Sirius. And they were asking, in this golf course, were you watching Rory ahead of you all round? He said, yeah, I was looking to see what he was doing.
Of course you do.
So he saw him miss that putt, saying, okay, there's an opening, has a long bunker shot, hits it close, makes the putt. Bryson DeChambeau, second U.S. Open championship. And if it's fair to ask if Rory will recover from this one.
Can I say something about Bryson DeChambeau real quick? I was telling Missing Tooth Greg this morning already. His swing off the tee box is an act of violence.
And it's less than it used to be.
It is.
If you watched 3 or 4 years ago, I mean, people kept saying he will not last this many years of golf because he's going to hurt himself.
Yeah.
He's lost 50 pounds since then because he was eating like 6,000 calories a day intentionally to be the biggest, strongest version he could be. Started not feeling well. What a surprise. His gut was not feeling good, so he dropped the weight. He's not eating six to 8 protein shakes a day, which he was doing.
Yeah.
And now he looks like a normal human being, and he still swings hard, but it's not what it used to be.
Really?
But yes, he is violent on the tee.
It's a violent act.
Yep.
I mean, I was just because I don't watch golf as much as you do, and I saw his first tee shot of the day for me. I was like, whoa.
That's different. That's different.
Whoa. Yeah, but but the other thing I noticed about him is he was right a lot. And
he's right the whole day.
He was off the fairway most of the day, but he's very unflappable. It was kind of like Marty Bird. He reminded me of Marty Bird a little bit. He'd get in trouble, and he'd just be like, "Okay, how are we going to solve this? Now, what do we do now?"
Ozark reference today, but that was well done.
What do we do now? It was kind of like that.
Yeah,
Marty. He was unflappable. Marty in that show's unflappable.
Did you think about this when the golf was happening?
No,
or just
not about right now. But it was fun.
A stroke of brilliance.
It was fun. It was fun to watch. It was, and then we went to La Mesa, a Mexican restaurant, because it's Father's Day.
I went to your spot last night here in town. Buffalo wings and rings.
No, you
for
did
dinner.
Not.
Yeah,
Did you seriously?
I thought I might see you there. I didn't text you.
Oh, what day was it?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I watched the end of the U.S. Open there.
Oh, that's where you watched it?
And I had dinner. Oh, I mean, the last 3 holes.
Were you with your family?
With Elizabeth and Scotland. Yeah, we were all at Buffalo.
That would have freaked me out if me and Alex and Dominic were there.
I thought there was a chance he'd be there. I didn't want to say, "Hey, come on by." I was just, maybe just happenstance you show up, but you did.
We did. We were there earlier in the week. Wow,
it's okay.
Oh, the other thing. Now I was tolerant, and I'm not gonna. Don't worry, we have limited time.
Tolerance.
I'm not gonna go into this in great depth. But
okay.
the sporting thing that I did.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna be freaked out by this. So, and again, I'm not gonna. Don't worry. Just give me 2 minutes.
I'm listening.
I'm
listening.
There was a fight on Saturday night that I stayed up to watch because it is Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, you like this guy.
Yeah, Tank.
He takes shots at Floyd Mayweather.
And this is informative to some. I think to some people. Okay, Alex talked me through how to pirate it. Okay, we don't need to get into all that. I did it.
Illegal stuff going on. That's
I
great.
I did it. But then it shut me down when the main fight started. I had the undercard on. It was fine. But no, it's not. And you know what? I know you're a little uncomfortable. Don't be, because here's what's happened in this world. I was kicked off, had my phone, went on TikTok. There's so many people that show these events on TikTok Live. That's all you got to do is go on TikTok Live. Literally, I watched the fight via some guy named Shabad's living room, and he had it on TikTok.
Shout out to Shabad.
Yeah. And
thank you.
And I watched the entire fight. Gervonta Davis knocked out Frank Martin in the 8th round with a hammer shot, uppercut followed by a left to the jaw. So yeah, Gervonta Davis, and it's legit to bring him up, if only because there is an argument that he would be the best pound for pound fighter in the world, and not Bud, our friend up the road. It's
a pretty big stance.
People won't like it. No, people won't.
Not.
No, people won't like that stance. It's not even my stance. I think Bud is the best.
Okay,
it's not my stance. But there's I think it would be Alex's stance.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he wouldn't mind me saying that. Alex is a tough kid. He can take the barbs. He loves Gervonta Tank Davis.
Come fight me. We'll fight. Let's do this.
But anyway, that was, and I stayed up, and it was fun. I'm glad I did. It was fun. It's fun watching boxing again. And he's incredible, by the way. Gervonta Davis is an incredible fighter.
What time was this at?
This would have been
Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't think the fight started till well after 10.
Okay, I was still awake. It just was not.
Oh, I bet you were awake.
Yeah, I had a golf weekend.
Yeah, yeah. How's that go?
Well, sleep was not something that happened often.
You got to get through this show.
Can I give someone a shout out there real quick?
Yes.
Taylor, my brother-in-law.
Taylor.
This is about the U.S. Open, by the way. He placed $100 outright on Bryson DeChambeau to win the U.S. Open.
Nice work.
To net $2,000.
Nice work, Taylor.
So again, it wasn't there, and he had an option to cash out Saturday night for like almost $1,000. He's like, no, I'm riding this sucker out. He's up by 3 shots. Why would I not take it?
So he was up by 3 shots after Saturday's round,
and then he was down by 2 at one point yesterday. He's like, get a little nervous. You're like, should I have cashed out for the $1,000? Didn't take it. $2,000. That's a good hit, right?
What happened to Aberg?
Oberg? His name is Ludwig Oberg. It looks like an A, but it's one of those.
Oberg. Okay.
Oberg. Well, he's 24. He
spit the bit.
Yeah, he almost had an eagle on hole 16 or 17, one of the two, but just wasn't ready for the moment yet.
Well, listen to us talking about sports.
Golf. You make it my day right now. You watched golf intentionally.
Yeah, I did.
This
absolutely.
wasn't just
no. I watched.
I guess we'll watch it. You were captivated.
No, I would have liked to. I mean, we had we had dinner plans for Father's Day, which was fun. So it was fine. But yeah, we watched it.
Well, we received a text yesterday morning from our third member of the three-legged stool, Bill
That
Busch,
would be Bill Busch,
who was concerned that the show was not going on because we weren't responding to text. I responded saying, "Listen, I have looked at my phone for 2 days. I've been playing golf. I've been drinking libations,
yes,
several,
yes,
and just doing other stuff. So I'm not skipping out here. I just was not even looking at my phone at all.
No, I totally, Bill. I mean, it was a whirlwind weekend for both of us, probably.
Yes.
By the way, at La Mesa, well, I eat at La Mesa in Council Bluffs a lot, but there's La Mesas all over the metro. And for the first time, just quick in the spirit of idle chit chat, I had marinated pork in adobo and grilled pineapple, topped with cilantro and onion. Good. Yeah, topped with cilantro and onion. It's called the Al Pastor. It's on the Taco Street part of the menu. And I don't know why I've never visited Taco Street, part of the menu called Taco Street. I'll be doing that a lot more in these late stages of my life. It was great.
Late stages.
I am in the
middle stages.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's give ourselves a chance here.
Okay.
Middle stages here.
Okay. Is that enough idle chit chat? You got a little bit more.
Last one for sports.
I want to hear sports.
Congratulations to Adrian Martinez.
Well, yes.
And the Birmingham Stallions. They won their third straight title. They won 25-0 over the San Antonio Brahmas yesterday.
Thank you for mentioning that.
In the UFL.
Now we watch this. Does Adrian, well, he's going to get a shot. He'll get in a camp, an NFL camp. Okay, he'll get right.
He got benched the last game before this.
I know he did, but he
played well yesterday.
Jake, he was the league MVP.
I know.
He had one bad game.
In the conference championship.
Tua has bad games.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
And what's the deal with Tua? I heard on the radio the other day he's lost a bunch of weight.
He has.
And he looks like a boy.
Well, he looks like a child. He looks better. He's like DeChambeau. Got too fat. This is ridiculous. I'm going back to
anyway. Congratulations to Adrian Martinez, and I'm a little taken aback by your skepticism about his NFL chances because the Adrian I watched in the UFL this year looked like an NFL quarterback.
I will always root for Adrian. I hope he has a chance to make the NFL and that he uses this season to get into a camp and maybe make a roster.
I think you'll see him in a camp, and my guess is you'll see him on a roster. I think he portrays, and I did interview Adrian a few weeks ago. He portrayed the Detroit foray as he was close. He said, I thought I was going to make the team. And he said he was a little bitter. He said, I never really got an explanation why. He goes, he said, they don't owe me an explanation, and I didn't get one.
Well, there are some really not good backup quarterbacks in the league. I'm like, if those guys can make it, Adrian's got to have a chance.
That's what I'm
like, how is this guy in a roster? He's terrible. And he makes Nathan Peterman, there's more guys like that. It's like horrible.
I'm mildly disappointed to hear you continually harp on the one game he played bad when he played at a MVP level.
To be fair, it's the only one I saw the whole season.
That's still not fair.
So it's like, well, the one am I the bad luck for Adrian? I'm sorry if that's me, Adrian. My bad. I'm proud of you, and please, we're rooting for you in the next level to get a shot.
I gotta think he will. Now, think about
it.
What you established earlier. It's June 17th.
Yeah,
the camps are
training camp it starts late July in NFL. So we're talking about just over a month away.
So he's got to get it going.
That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your summer lawn care needs. All right. Husker recruiting, 464-5685. How important is it, Sip, for Nebraska fans to potentially win a recruiting battle against a school like Alabama? We're talking about linebacker Dawson Merritt from Overland Park, Kansas. He's a top 300 linebacker. Actually, he's a top 10.
Yeah, he's good.
In his class, number 87 player in the country per on 3, 6'3", 215 pounds. Bama wants this guy. Kalen DeBoer and the company want Dawson Merritt, but Nebraska keeps getting in the way. It sounds like.
Yeah, it's down. It's been down to 2, and then it got really. It's been interesting, and it got even more interesting this weekend because he had just gotten back from a trip to Alabama, and a lot of people thought, okay, Alabama gets the last visit. It's over. It's not over. It became clear over the weekend that it's not over. And before we go on, we're on the same page on this stuff. We've done a show together for 8 years, and we're on the same page on recruiting. We don't get too wound up about it. Now I get a little bit more wound up when it's players like Dawson Merritt, a little more. And I get a little more wound up when it's down between, you don't often see it down between Nebraska and Alabama, Nebraska and Georgia, Nebraska and name a power, Ohio State. It's usually not, it doesn't come down to that. This one's purely down to that. There's no other contenders. So that to me is interesting. Then when I turn on his film, oh boy. Yeah, this is the kind of guy that you need to have. It is. I mean, it's just pure and simple. I'm not going to compare. I'd love to tell you who I think he reminds me of. I would not do that to him. He wears number 4.
Oh, yeah.
He's an edge guy. He can come off the edge, but he can also drop into space and cover. It just depends how you want to use him. But I mean, you watch him, and you don't have to be Bill Busch. You don't have to be a seasoned veteran coach to say, yeah, he'll work. You can be Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, or Ben, and say, oh yeah,
young Ben.
Oh yeah, that'll work. So it's definitely. I mean, I think he'll pick Nebraska. That's my feeling, and that's from talking to people. I think Nebraska is going to get this one. And it's going to be interesting because the class is starting to take on more of a look of, oh boy, now you got Jamarian Parker in the class. You got Malcolm Simpson, the defensive tackle from the Galveston area.
Yesterday, made it to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Defensive line. Yep.
Now, if you would add this, it starts to take on a different feel. Like, it goes from, they got a good class going to, ooh. They got something going there.
Back quickly to Malcolm Simpson, 4-star,
yes,
4-star defensive lineman, chose Nebraska over Baylor, Texas A&M, and Kansas. He's from Galveston, Texas.
Right.
But
Malcolm Simpson,
6'4", 266-pound defensive lineman from Galveston, Texas, a 4-star. That's a big get for Nebraska yesterday.
It's because it's big because
Mass kicks ass.
Right.
Per Bill Busch.
These are the guys you want. And then you see like this, and again, this stuff. You can roll your eyes and you can diminish it all you want. I watched him. I really do like watching the video of these guys. Malcolm Simpson, there's a video of him. Jake, now what do they list him at here?
6'4", 266.
They show a video of him just hammering a dunk. I mean, just like a hammer shot, like head at the net. These guys, those are the kind of guys you need. These guys that aren't like us, that aren't normal. Simpson's not. He's not a top 10 guy nationally. He's probably not a guy that would get interest from an LSU or a Georgia or an Ohio State, but he's right on that second. He's on the second tier of that in that conversation, which is fine. You got him.
That's still a good tier to be on.
Oh, it's a real good tier to be on. They play him at the nose. They played him at the nose at his school, which I think is called Hitchcock. He's from the Galveston area. He won't be a nose. I don't think he doesn't. I think
Hitchcock is correct.
And yep. I think he's out of position. Is what I think. But I watched him. Jake, you'd like him. I mean, he's that big and he pursues the ball really well. I mean, he's fast. I mean, he definitely got a good one there. And is a big. Now, as far as Merritt goes, your skepticism.
Dawson Merritt, yeah.
Go back to Dawson Merritt, the kid from Overland Park, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Your skepticism is he just wound back to Nebraska to up the ante.
Well,
the NIL ante.
To be fair,
no, that's a fair take.
It is fair.
It's a fair take.
And Texas said the same thing. Hey, is this going to be just a play to get more money? It could be.
I don't think that's
in
what
this day and age. It's very possible that they're trying to get more money to go, for Bama to say, hey, Nebraska's giving me this.
Right. You can use Nebraska a little bit. Now, I don't think Nebraska will. I think there's, the people involved, Matt Davison being very involved. Matt Rule. You have a sense of Matt Rule. My sense is Nebraska's just not going to let itself get used in these situations. My sense on this one, this Dawson Merritt recruiting story is it's very real. I just said, Jake, I think Nebraska will get him. I don't think this is a case where he wound back to Nebraska to draw more money out of Alabama. That's not what's going on.
See, but I think the problem is this: they might get a commitment from him this month or July, but he's not signing though until December.
Right. So
that's what people say. Well, okay, it's wonderful you have it, but it's not over until it's over.
We are scarred.
We are scarred. I go back to the Mike Riley days. I mean, he had all these big names. Micah Parsons here for crying out loud. Now, never had a chance to get him, but
good one.
And Joseph Lewis, the receiver,
right?
5 stars. It's all wears jersey here. I mean, we're thinking, wow, we're gonna get big time recruits. It's gonna be incredible. Mm-hmm. And every single one of them, Foster Sorrell, Burns, Nebraska, the lineman. And
there wasn't NIL back then.
There was not, but I understand that. But Nebraska fans are scarred with big time recruits. Yes, that's just the way it's been. You've been in the conversation and you've been ghosted every time.
Well, I've put myself
I've
put myself in a vulnerable position here because people will remind me if Merritt ends up at Alabama. I just got a sense that I'm not going to go back on what I said. I have a good feeling about it. A good feeling. It'll be hard to lock him down, but I do think NIL helps Nebraska in these conversations.
It does. Now, Nebraska fans probably are a little less scarred because he did get Raiola. I mean, Ohio State, Georgia, now Nebraska. He's here.
You got Jamarian Park.
He's here. You got dudes here.
Yeah, you got Jamarian Park.
You got the guy you've been craving for 4 or 5 years to get to Nebraska, Dylan Raiola. He is actually here. So maybe that scar goes a little bit away. You can start to believe again in getting, more great players. And that's why Dawson Merritt, maybe you compared to before Raiola, you think, hey, we can get a big fish here again. We can beat Bama for a big fish. Mm-hmm. Take that, Kalen. You're not Saban.
Right. I don't know. Now, people are going to say, so when's Dawson Merritt going to choose? Don't know that. Don't know. Okay. I don't know. But I do think NIL changes the conversation. Mm. It makes, if you would get that commitment from Dawson Merritt, you'd feel better about it because of NIL. Because I think that tends to lock guys in a little harder. But I would emphasize, I don't think this is a play. I don't think that he wound back to Nebraska to draw more money. I know that happens.
Well,
of course it happens. It happens all over the country. It doesn't, but I don't think that's what this is.
We have an interesting text from Wet Blanket, WB on the text line.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
He says, not trying to be a wet blanket. And this would obviously be a big get, but this is not Nick Saban, Alabama. Until DeBoer proves he can win in the SEC, Bama is at best 4th best SEC threat for this recruiting cycle.
Oh, it's a really good point by Wet Blanket. It is, because it is not Saban. You have to kind of remind yourself that this isn't Saban, Alabama, and you take Saban away from that realm. Alabama does feel a little different right now. It does. Saban was a monster in these conversations, right?
Yeah.
It's not Nick Saban. He's not there. So that's a little different. He's close to, Overland Park. It's close. Nebraska has done an excellent job of enhancing its overall presentation. Okay. NIL is part of it, but that training facility is part of it. The coaching staff and its genuine nature is part of it. The package that they can show you over there, that they can show a recruit, is better right now than it was under Frost. Partly because of the training facility, but also partly just because the head coach is different. I mean, I've been over there a lot, Jake, because of the camps. You should get over there they still got a couple of youth camps. There's no more prospect camps this year. But just the practice area is so much better now because of the practice facility. It's gorgeous over there. It is. You just look at there.
Ralph Farley.
Yeah. Speaking of gorgeous.
Whoa.
No, you didn't hear.
He's going to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great athlete is what I'm talking about. He was there. I was with Terrell and Jay on Friday night. They were over there.
Oh, nice.
With Corral Buckhalter, who we'll talk about a little bit.
Segment, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the presentation's really good. They're going to get guys. They're doing well. They got bigs. They got a kid that I think there's a kid that Tonu Finotti's coaching. Remember Tonu Finotti?
How could you forget him? He was the pancake master.
I think they're going to get that kid. He's got one more visit to go to Oregon State, but I think eventually Nebraska will lock him in pretty soon. They're getting some bigs. It's all looking pretty good to me right now. Really good, actually.
Looking at some of the feedback from the weekend, they had a quarterback on campus too, Michael Clayton.
Michael Clayton,
4-star, 2026 4-star quarterback, was at the camp yesterday.
Hold on a second. Give me a second.
Michael, 2026 4-star quarterback Michael Clayton was at the camp yesterday.
Yeah, he was there. He was there on Father's Day.
Yep.
It's really the quarterback thing at these camps has been sort of the story. They had now Dayton Raiola was there Friday night.
Yes, he was.
You recognize the name Dayton Raiola?
I sure do. Dylan was watching apparently there.
Yeah, Dylan was leading drills. So Dayton and Dylan were out there together. They've also had in their camp and offered a kid from Park Ridge, Illinois named Jamison Purcell. The big one is the young kid, the 2028 kid, Ace Amina, who I know you're saying, well, simple 8th grader. Yeah, you should see him throw. I mean, it's and that's what you got to, Jake, as much as you don't like it, as much as I don't like it, you got to recruit 8th graders. They had a kid named Brady Quinn there from Naples, Florida, another 2028 quarterback. You can't scoff too much because everybody's recruiting them. These kids got offers from a lot of people going into 9th grade. And if you see them, you understand. You're like, how can that kid possibly be a junior high kid? He throws the ball like a junior in college. And I've said this was probably the 3rd time. Going back to Danny Langsdorf. Danny Langsdorf one Friday I said, well, hey, what are you doing this weekend? It's great. I'm going out to California to work out an 8th grader. So that was what year? That would have been
2017.
Yeah, it's probably 2015.
Sorry, 15.
It was 2015, around that. Yes, it was around that area.
Yep.
So that, Jake, it's 10 years that we've been having these discussions. 10 years. Okay.
You didn't sound thrilled with it the way you said that.
No, Danny was not thrilled.
I could tell the tone in his
would
voice.
you be thrilled?
No, I would not.
No, well, you think all those guys are thrilled? No, they're not. But you got to do it because it's your job. And you got to keep your job. And as you
Stay
know,
employed.
In college football, not easy. Not easy.
No, it's not. So there's a little update on Husker recruiting from the weekend. There you go.
Isn't that crazy?
Now we talked recruiting. We did it with a positive note.
Yeah.
I wasn't condescending. I didn't roll my eyes the whole time. No eye rolls. When we come back, you did have a conversation with Corral Buckhalter on Friday.
It was interesting. I'll tell you about it.
That's next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Facing criminal charges is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we believe in treating every person with respect, compassion, and understanding. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. To learn more, call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
For the second year, the Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion has roared into our state, and the excitement is throttling up. Until June 24th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play and Double Play. Enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 Nebraska winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship weekend, plus a shot at $1 million. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an exactly merged high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jake.
Simple, you are an idiot.
Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Segment 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids, the largest independent family-owned seed company in the country. With the crop in the ground, it's time to start thinking about elevating your farming operation. Beck's Commitment Rewards is a program designed to empower farmers with the tools and financial flexibility needed to thrive. Commitment Rewards passes substantial savings, interest-free financing, and enhanced tax advantages to Beck's customers. To learn more about Commitment Rewards, go to beckshybrids.com. You, Sip, had a conversation on Friday night with Correll Buckhalter, one of your all-time greats, or your all-time favorites.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my all-time favorites. I don't have an official list, but Correll would be on it. He'd be top 5 player. Correll Buckhalter, Jamal Lord would be a top 5 player.
Oh yeah.
And then I'd stop there probably because then it gets kind of tough. I mean, Farley's one of them probably. I'll tell you why this was interesting, because came on the heels of, I don't know if you remember Aging Gracefully last week. I said, trust yourself, trust what you see, especially a guy like you who watches so much football, but mainly the people in their 50s and up who've been watching football. In my case, I've been watching football pretty closely for 40 years. And like my dad always prefaces football conversations by saying stuff like, well, I'm no expert. And I stop him now and say, wait a second, you are 84 and you've been watching football closely for 70 years. Okay. And not only have you been watching football closely for 70 years, you've been reading about it. You've been thinking about it. You ask me questions about it. You ask other people questions about it. I'm not saying you could go coach a national championship team, but don't act like you don't know football. And you can say that about a lot of people. You can say that about your dad. No, you're kind of an expert. You know football.
Watching ball for a long time.
Yeah, this falls under that category. This conversation with Correll falls under that category. I never knew this. I just had this in the back of my mind as he went into the pros. Correll's first year with the Philadelphia Eagles was 2001. And he was good. I mean, he was good with the Eagles early in his career. And he played 10 years in the NFL, by the way. Correll Buckhalter played 10 years in the NFL. He was a good running back at Nebraska, but seldom started. He was good.
Yep. Your 5th round draft pick?
Yeah, something like that.
5th or 6th.
Yeah. And what I noticed is this, and I never verbalized it even to anybody too much. He got way better in the NFL. And the key is he got way leaner. I can remember turning on the games and saying, wow, Correll looks like a different back because he's so much faster. Like he turned into kind of like a blazer, and he got leaner. And I never said anything. I just thought, but that just be my, like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe he was like that in Nebraska. He was bigger. No, come to find out, talking to him Friday night, I said that to him. I said, Crow, when you got to the NFL, did you lean up and get fast? He goes, oh yeah. Oh yeah. He said, my training changed. I trained a lot differently in the NFL. He says, no, you're right. I got way faster. I was a different back in the NFL. At Nebraska, you had Dan Alexander and Buckhalter, and I always regarded them as two big backs. Like if you saw them line up, you're like, oh man, big backs. He didn't look like a big back in the NFL because he leaned up quite a bit. But anyway, yeah, he had a 10-year career with the Eagles, Jake, early 2001, 2003. He ran for 586 yards one year and 542 in 2003 and had 8 touchdowns. And then had a big year at Denver, 2009. He ran for 642 yards. He had a good career. But it was good to see him. He had his boy there named Correll Buckhalter.
Jr.
Correll Buckhalter Jr. He's a 2027 running back. Can't really tell. He's little. He's just, you won't know about him for another year or so when he grows into his frame and everything. But yeah, Correll was there watching, and it was great to see him. You see guys like that turn up. Correll keeps a very low profile, but he's still the same Correll. The reason I like him is because he's funny. And we had some funny stories. One time I was jogging. He remembered this too. It was funny. I was jogging back then. Back when he was playing, I ran a lot with McKeever. Me and McKeever would
all the time.
Yeah, we would at noon go run 7 miles. I mean, we were doing crazy stuff. And one time we were running up First Avenue towards Superior.
Okay.
And Correll came to a stop sign on one of those side streets with Joe Walker. And he's like, "Hey, Sip." And I was running. I just kind of waved and I fell down. I just like I just went right to the ground. And he always
on the sidewalk.
Yeah, he always thought that was the funniest. No, I was on the street. I bit it hard.
Even better.
Yeah, I
on
bit
the
it.
Street.
I bit it hard, and he always thought that was funny. But
that was funny.
I just waved, and I was like, boom.
You caused him to fall. He caused you to fall down.
Anyway, that was the conversation at the camp, and it was great to see Correll. And
how many former Huskers were there? I mean,
Jay Foreman's there a lot,
and Farley was
there.
Farley.
Jay's there a lot. I noticed Jay's at these camps a lot. I don't think he mind me saying that.
No, he says it all the time. So
yeah, it's great. It's Jay Smart, and he's funny. And Terrell was there. I don't know. Beyond those three, I don't know that I saw. There was one other I didn't recognize. You see him. Some people. Well, Dom was there. Dominic Raiola.
Talk to him.
Yeah, I talked to Dominic.
How's he doing?
Well, how do you think he's doing? Yeah, he's doing really good. He's doing good.
I would assume so.
The whole family was there. Yvonne was there. His wife, and Dayton was throwing. Dylan was working. Yeah, it's the Dominic kind of keeps a lower profile, but yeah, it was an interesting scene Friday night. We'll see what happens with Dayton. You know, he's going into he's got to win the starting job at Buford, Georgia. He's a lefty. He's very charismatic. He just carries himself with so much confidence. Now you just got to see how that year goes with him as the starter at Buford. I think he'll win the starting job. He's got to go win the starting job, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
It's tough to be a starting quarterback anywhere but Georgia.
Buford, Georgia?
High school at Buford, Georgia.
Tough.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. I think that's where Gabe Irvin played.
Check that during the break.
Ben, Gabe Irvin. Ben does not jump on this as quick as Josh does. Just type in Gabe Irvin High School. Come on, Ben. I think he went to Buford, Georgia. But anyway, yeah, it's a different world down there, Jake.
Oh, I'm very aware. Yeah. Farley makes that very clear all the time. Farley's from Georgia, you know. He's a Georgia man.
Terrell Farley,
yes.
Terrell Farley, I mean, absolutely one of the best players I've ever seen at Nebraska. And what was he saying? He won't mind us saying this. During the break, he said that the toughest guy to tackle was Lawrence Phillips. Tough.
Well, that's probably a good answer for that one. He was very, very good.
Ben does not
slowly. I'll get there.
Ben does not move.
I'm on my time.
We have to raise Ben's level of urgency.
It's not very high right now.
Ben, get into September mode.
Buford.
Not long.
You could have said yes, a thumbs up, baby.
Gabe Irvin, in fact, attended Buford, Georgia. Thank you, Ben.
After 2 minutes,
Thank you, Ben.
finally got a slowly written Buford.
Ben, we have to kick into gear a little bit. Why is it so dark outside, by the way?
It's, I don't know. I don't think there's any storms coming at all this morning.
You don't?
I don't think so. We'll have to check on that, see what's going on. Okay. When we come back, Song of the Day and Bill's Thrills on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefits package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking. Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Load up on meat and more this summer at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's specials through June 18th is for Father's Day. Buy a cowboy steak and get 2 free 6-ounce sirloins. Plus, the mystery box is back with a $225 value of meat for just $99. Also, 20% off all Smithy pans and 20% off aprons. Locations at 84th and Havelock and 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Does it seem like your clothes dryer doesn't dry like it used to? It may not be your dryer. It may be your dryer vent. When the vent becomes obstructed, it drastically reduces the efficiency of your dryer. Even worse, it can be a fire hazard. Here's the simple solution. Call Bryant. Bryant will thoroughly clean the vent and show you the before and after results. Call 467-1111. Keep your dryer operating efficiently and your home safe. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Cheetos on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and right now they are offering huge, and I mean huge discounts at Koppel. Get over $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing on select Sierras or Silverados. Plus, Costco members receive another $1,000 off. Yes, that's happening right now in Louisville. $9,000 off list price or 1.9% financing. You pick what works for you. Costco members, please contact us at the store or at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit must trade and finance.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough? If you're a big tough guy this morning,
but you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1976, Working My Way Back to You by the Spinners, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating in the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Jake, it's Monday morning, right?
Yeah.
June 17th.
June 17th.
What time is it?
It's 6:58.
It is wild at the ticket. How can it possibly be this wild? At 6:58
in the summertime
on a lazy June Monday morning. You're playing Working My Way Back to You, and an old-time Husker great, Terrell Farley, is dancing in the background.
Dancing over there.
By the way, great song. Good job.
Thank you.
Really good.
And
song.
you were clapping. You go like this.
Yeah. How can you not? How can you not?
You were dancing.
Working My Way Back to You. What year again?
76.
Yeah, we're right in the middle. We're right in we're right in the sweet spot of the 70s. 1976. That song was played over and over and over and over that year.
Were you okay with that?
100.
You were 10?
Yeah, I was 10. Yeah. Yeah, you heard that song, Hey Ben. If you listened to the radio all day, you'd hear that song 12 to 14 times.
At the pool?
Yeah, at the pool, at the Y, where on your radio, where you're driving to school, whenever. And it's obviously it brings back great memories, but it's just a beautiful song. 9.65543. Working my way back.
I think Bill would probably be in the 9s, maybe the 8s for that one.
Bill would
be
like
high.
that
It'd
song.
be high.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a 9.6. It'd be probably just below that, but still very good scores, my guess for Bill. He can
I think he might be high 8s.
Yeah, I think 8.8 sounds good for him. We know that Ben gave it a 6.4, which is solid.
So Ben likes it.
And Farley gave it an 8.5.
That'd be Terrell Farley.
Terrell Farley, yeah. Husker legend. Terrell Farley, 8.5.
Yeah.
Over there.
Good song.
Other ratings before we get to Bill's Thrills.
How's the crowd today?
Solid. Very. Yeah, we have a lot of people listening today. And we appreciate all of you guys. You guys always can chime in or call them at 402-464-5685, or you can come on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. Sorry to interrupt. Thanks for being with us. Go.
Means a lot. Ratings. John in Southeast Lincoln, 8.7. Sandmaster in KC, 7.4. Sean in Omaha, 6.8. A toe tapper, says
It
Sean.
is a toe tapper.
Mike in Dalton, 7.75. Jennifer, 8. Hubby, 7 from Novotny Nutrition and Wellness.
I knew they'd like that one.
8.8. Unnamed texter. Burn Columbus at 2.
That's where we missed Bill.
It's not the same.
It's okay. How could it be ever?
Yeah, because I can't who in myself. Who in Columbus? Burn.
No, it was good.
Husker Mike in Waterloo, 7. Joe in Boulder, 725. Eric says, disco is dead. Terrible, 2.
Oh, I guess that's disco. I don't think of that as disco, but I guess that's
John
what
in Fremont, age 61, says, love the Spinners, 9.75.
Spinners.
The Texas Casanova, not it, Jake, 1.001. Low. For that song, a 1? Come on, it's a Monday. It's a good Monday song. Gets you going for the week, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Officer McLeod, Columbus, 6.9.
Hello, officer.
David from Renew, easy, 9.1. Phil,
Wow.
a 3. Kyle in Hooper, 8.9. Brad from the Baldwin Shop, 9.
Wow.
John in Des Moines says, I got a guess for John's score.
John likes that song, I think. What have you told me about John, though? He likes a little bit.
He likes hard, like metal, like hair bands. That's not a hair band.
No.
At all.
Okay, so I'm still going to say 6.
5. He says, it's solid. The song never changes. It's another somewhat lazy 70s song.
John, easy on that, please. I wonder how John thinks the Hawkeyes are going to be. If he can chime in on that later. How are the Hawkeyes and how are the Cyclones?
That is your song of the day, sponsored by Sauter Heyman Jewelers. It's time, without further ado, for a Football Facts Monday and Bill's Thrills. Bill is gone today, so me and Sip are filling in for this segment.
We got some facts.
So here we go on the intro for Bill's Thrills on a Monday.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is it gonna be
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows in Lincoln. Please call them at 402-730-7387 for a consultation to set up your financial future today. On Mondays, Bill usually does Football Facts Monday, so we will do that for him today. And I saw this. I sent this to you over the weekend on the rundown. Tom Brady was having his Hall of Fame induction for the New England Patriots on this past Thursday, and was speaking, had a nice speech, a big crowd, by the way, in Boston for this in Foxborough. And part of this conversation, he says that he believes NFL quarterback play has gone backwards. He says, I don't think it's improved. I don't think the teaching is improved. I think maybe the physical fundamentals might be a little bit improved because there's better information out there for quarterbacks to study on mechanics. But I don't think quarterbacks really are really field generals right now like they used to be. Tom Brady has spoken on quarterback play in the NFL.
The goat speaks. What does a goat sound? What is it?
I think that's going to be a drop forever. I'm just going to pause and let Telly.
Was that good, Ben?
Yeah. We got to cut that one up. That'll be a rejoin. What does a goat sound like?
When the goat speaks, you listen.
You tend to listen.
Right? When the goat speaks about quarterback play, it gets your attention, right?
Just to confirm the greatness of Tom Brady, 23-year career, 7 Super Bowl titles, 5 MVPs in the Super Bowl, 15 Pro Bowl nods.
Okay. So
he says QB play is going backwards.
Well, and specifically that quote about field generals.
Yep.
They're not the field generals they used to be. There are field generals. You would say Patrick Mahomes is the quintessential field general.
Yeah.
Now I just picked out one.
That's one.
Yeah. I just picked out one. How is Tua? Is he a field general?
Not as much.
Come on.
He can't be. Not as much. Not like Mahomes.
I know his dad, and his dad taught him to be a field general.
Well, he's also got 2 of the best receivers in the league on his roster. And they haven't done anything with it.
But I understand where Brady's coming from. because where he's coming from is the coaches. He goes on to say, by the way, in that article that you have, because we read the same article, if you keep scrolling down past the ads, you see, yes, you're welcome. You see that he says it's the coaches try to control the game so much from the sideline, which is true, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of taken some autonomy away from the quarterbacks. I think in that article, he would say that Manning, the elder Manning, Peyton Manning, and I'd say Eli too, but Peyton had full control. He was a field general. Peyton Manning, and you guys have watched football. Peyton Manning controlled the game from the quarterback position, right?
Yep.
You would say that.
Yes.
Roethlisberger, I thought, was that guy. And I don't know. I don't watch the NFL enough to comment. How's Purdy in that way? He's a young,
I don't know.
Too young quarterback. And he's got a very offensive-minded head coach, so he might not be a good example. How's Russ Wilson?
Well, he still does his own thing, but that didn't go well last year.
Well, let's do it this way. This would be better. This would be more informative on a Football Facts Monday. You watch more NFL than I do. Who are the field generals that come to mind for you?
Joe Burrow, field general.
Okay.
Joe Burrow is a field general. I think Matthew Stafford is a field general for the Rams. I'm not totally bought on this for Tom Brady. If I watch quarterback play, I don't think it's going that downhill. Now he would know better than me because he's in the game.
It's a nuanced conversation too. I mean, he's looking for things or he sees things that we don't see.
I would say Josh Allen is a field general.
Would you?
He takes it on. If he needs to run the ball, he'll run the ball.
I don't know those.
But Josh Allen is that's his offense. It's not the OC. That's Josh Allen.
Okay.
Now, he struggled with Ken Dorsey and then went to somebody else instead. And so that just didn't work. But he needed to have probably more say of his own, how the offense was going.
Would anybody push back on Mahomes being the quintessential field general? Would they say, wait a second, Andy Reid's an offensive guru. Andy runs a show.
Well, Andy's an incredibly important part to the operation. Obviously, he's a fantastic coach, but no, it's Mahomes.
Yeah,
Mahomes is the field general.
He looks like he's running the show to me.
Absolutely.
Mahomes.
This was the quote you're talking about from Tom Brady. He says, I think now there's this try to control element from the sideline between the coaches where they want to have the control and they're not teaching and developing the players the right tools so that they can go out on the field and make their own decisions that are best suited for the team. When I looked at Peyton Manning, he was a guy that I looked up to because he had ultimate control. And I think the game's regressed in a little bit of that way based on what's happened in high school football, college football, and then the NFL is getting a much lesser developed quarterback at this point, per Tom Brady, end quote.
There has to be a high level of trust that the coaching staff has on a field general. If you're gonna let a player be a field general, you have to trust that player at a high level. And there are certain guys that I've covered that I know that I just wouldn't trust doing it. I mean, you're turning the keys to the car over to them. And there's some guys you just don't do that. No, I can't give him the car. He's not ready for that. But there are other guys that are ready. We'll see it now, since we're in this market, Dylan Raiola. My sense of Dylan Raiola and what I've heard about Dylan Raiola is he can run an offense. He's a smart quarterback from that standpoint. He reads the field. Okay, I can say this because I wrote it. I was talking to one of the assistants in Belton, Texas, and we were talking about Dylan. And I said, was he lighting up the one defense sometimes? In the spring, he said, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we would talk a little bit more. And I said, hey, he's not real mobile. He's mobile enough. He's athletic. Is there an injury concern? You always have that concern in the back of your mind. He goes, I'll tell you one thing that helps. He's very good about checking out of plays that he thinks are trouble, where if it leaves him vulnerable or it's just not a play that he likes, he changes protection really well and he gets out of bad plays. And see, when I think of a quarterback avoiding injury, I think more about his mobility. I don't think about his brain as much, but that's informative. No, he can get out of trouble at the line of scrimmage before a play even starts. Smart.
That'll be fun to see.
Dylan is a football guy. He's smart. Tua's dad was one of the ones who first told me that. He said, "Oh no, he reads the field exceptionally well." Tua's dad, whose name I'm blanking on. I talked to him in Hawaii.
I forget his name too.
Yeah, well, but he said no, he reads the field at a high level.
But the thing with Tua is that he kind of got screwed his first 2 years. He had a coach who didn't like him. Coach didn't want to play. Brian Flores, it's very clear, did not want Tua to succeed.
Really?
Mike McDaniel came in and really saved Tua. And now Tua is very good. I don't think he's not near the level of quarterback that a Mahomes is at this point. He's got potential.
I noticed that. In fact, I heard a quarterback rating on one of the national shows that the ticket plays, and they had Tua in the 15 range.
I think he's a little better than that.
15 range.
I'm not saying
with Purdy. Purdy, I think, was 14 and Tua was 15.
Like you could convince me that Tua's not top 10. You sure could. I would listen to that conversation. If he wins playoff games and wins the games against the good teams, we can talk. He just beats the bad teams.
Would anybody dare say that Mahomes isn't number one?
No.
Okay.
No, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. There's great quarterbacks. Burrow's a great option. He's phenomenal. Josh Allen's very good.
Burrow is third on these guys' list.
But Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. He's won 3 Super Bowls already. Come on, 3 of the last 5. He's the best. He is the best quarterback in the league, hands down.
How you holding in there?
I'm doing great. That's Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Hour 2 is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Summertime is here, so get out your grills and smokers. Fairway has all you need for USDA prime or choice cuts of beef, all natural pork, chicken and seafood, and a selection of veal, lamb, bison, and Wagyu cuts. Now, through June 17th, enjoy Lincoln's favorite 8-ounce USDA choice bacon wrapped sirloin filet for just $4.99 each. That's all at Fairway Meat Market and the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions. Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
The Nebraska Lottery presents 5 reasons the dollar bill is so great. First, it's always there when you need it. You can always find one folded up in your pocket just waiting to get you out of a jam. Second, it's humble. It doesn't strut around like a 50 or 100 waiting for people to compliment it. Third, it works hard. Whether you need more money for a tip or extra detergent at the laundromat, a dollar bill sure comes in handy. Fourth, it beats lugging around 100 pennies. And fifth, you can use it to buy a Lotto America ticket from the Nebraska Lottery. Lotto America only costs $1. It has a $2 million starting jackpot with drawings every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And you can add the All-Star bonus for an additional $1 to multiply any prize won. So visit a Nebraska Lottery retailer today and buy a Lotto America ticket. Sounds like someone tried to pay with 100 pennies. So sad.
Lotto America top prize odds 1 in 26 million. With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, deal ends June 14th. Join now, online or at your local PF Club.
See Home Club for details.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, probably sunny, windy, and hot. See a high around 93. Tonight, probably cloudy and windy, with a low around 77. And tomorrow, probably sunny and windy again. Showers likely in the afternoon. See a high around 89. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cluck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch out today, back again tomorrow. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. I'm sure we'll know what Steve Schindler has for us tomorrow when Bill is back, but I don't know what he's got today for us.
I wonder how the berry pepper thing went up.
Well, we
there.
had our own berry peppers on Friday.
And it was good.
It was good.
I'd say delicious.
It was delightful. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to Missing Tooth Greg also for bringing down the what he call his the straw
doctor.
Straw doc.
Straw doc.
Straw doctor. And that was strawberry pop with Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Frozen.
His had a little more ice to syrup ratio than the berry peppers, but it was his first attempt at it, and it was good.
Yeah. We had a good time on Friday.
We did. We had a lot of sugar in here on Friday.
Yeah.
It was good. That's a good Friday.
Yeah, a lot of times that happens on Friday.
That's great. I welcome that every Friday ever.
Yeah. And today's been an inordinately active Monday.
It has.
Largely because Farley's here. Bella is now joined us.
Bella's with us. Young Ben is here.
We're downtown at 11th and O, right?
That's right. If you want to have a coffee, the mill is operational now for you. Luke is here. So come on in, get a coffee. Start your day off right.
Yeah, it's happening down here. It's sparked up. It's interesting. It's active on a Monday. Lazy Monday
in June.
June is not a lazy Monday, June down here right now.
No. And by the way, quick plug as we move on today, if you want to join us in Omaha for the CWS, we're up there again. Farley is here now. He'll be in Omaha at 10 a.m. on the air with the captain.
You can meet Terrell Farley, one of the best offensive linebackers, one of the best defenders in Nebraska football history.
Yes. So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., blurevents.com. You can find your tickets for that. It's a wonderful time. There's unlimited food and drink with the tickets there.
Unlimited. Really?
How's that sound?
Sounds good.
You could drink and eat all you want. It's just south of the stadium, 2 blocks away on Cass Street by the Hilton Hotel. Blurevents.com. We'll see you there 10 to 6.
You're overbooked. How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I feel great.
You played a lot of golf this weekend.
I told you, the moment the microphone goes on, anything that was tired about, it goes out the window. It always has been.
Yeah, you seem...
I could be on no sleep and still be fine at 6 a.m.
You seem okay to me.
I told you. I said, don't worry. Even though I was groggy at 5:55, the moment the mics go on, I'm a pro. Try to be, at least.
I was in the rack at 9:30 last night.
I would have liked to have been asleep at 9. 10 o'clock, though. It's not too bad for me. 10.
No, 10's not bad. Let's talk sports.
464-5685. Call or text, as always. Sip rope this weekend for Husker Online and On 3. Bill.
What?
Talking about Nebraska. Yeah. Nebraska's running back situation.
Yeah.
The question we have for you at 464-5685 is this. How confident would you be, Husker fans, in Nebraska's running back situation if Emmett Johnson is the lead running back? You talked to E.J. Barthel, the running backs coach at the satellite camp of Texas, and he was very high on Emmett Johnson down there.
Well, I mean, he's not handing anything to anybody, but the one thing that you can say about Emmett Johnson is he's developed. I mean, now, if you think back to his recruitment, and I don't know if you remember this, he was lightly recruited. He was hardly recruited by Power 4 programs at all. He was a late get, and it was a Ron Brown get. Remember the staff changes in the latter part of the Frost era?
Yes.
Ron Brown was doing recruiting, and he's the one who recruited Emmett Johnson. Again, I'm going to say Nebraska was his only Power 4 offer. Okay. So he's a developmental story. He's come a long way, and he absolutely has the chance to be the starting starting running back. And a lot of it is just a testament to development, and you got to give the coaches some credit for that. I always give the player credit first, but this is what Emmett said, this is what E.J. Barthel said about Emmett Johnson. Emmett went from a guy who was figuring things out like any young player does to really taking to the coaching from our staff and really buying into the things we're teaching him. And this is telling. Barthel said after every single rep, he's looking for feedback to find out what he did right and what he did wrong. Emmett Johnson's a hungry player. You can tell he's a hungry player by what? He's their punt return man. What does Bill always say? In those special teams meetings, when he asked, okay, who wants to return kickoffs? You get a lot of hands. When Bill asked in his special teams meetings, okay, how about punt return? Who wants to do that?
Not many hands. It's not an easy job. Emmett Johnson, looks to me like Emmett Johnson will be Nebraska's punt return man, and he could be their starting running back. Now, I don't know. There's competition. I would guess, Jake,
It'll be between Gabe Ervin and Emmett Johnson.
So let's pause there for a second, because the Husker fan maybe has been tuned out for a while, tuning in this morning, saying, hey, hold the phone. What happened to Dante Dowdell? When you get a guy from Oregon, I know you can answer this, but when you get a guy from Oregon, there's belief, okay, we got a running back here, Dowdell, that's the guy. But you're saying that's not how people should view this going into the summer.
No, I don't think so. I'm not speaking for the staff. I want to make that clear. But my feeling from the interviews I've done with the staff, including E.J. Barthel and Belton, is Dowdell is a young guy that needs development. Barthel talks about it in this article I wrote for Husker Online. I asked him the question that I said, how close is Dowdell to being ready for extensive action? I asked him the question, and this is what he said. Dowdell, this is E.J. Barthel. Dowdell is a tough one because he's such an impressive human. He's big, he's explosive, he's strong, and right now he's developing other phases of his game. He's a young player. Sometimes I forget that, but he has a bright future, and I'm really excited to see what he does. He goes on to say he has Ramir Johnson, who's got a shot here too, and Gabe and Emmett pushing him. This is a really good group of guys pushing each other. No, I don't think Dowdell. I mean, if you were ranking the potential starters right now, I would go Emmett Johnson, Gabe Ervin, Ramir Johnson, Dowdell. I don't want to underplay Ramir Johnson. I think he's got a shot too. There's probably not much separation, is probably what we're talking about here, between the top three. Dowdell, I do think he has a bright future, but I think it's more about the future right now. He did have that. He broke off a run in the spring game that looked good, but you got to look at who he is outrunning. I mean, he wasn't outrunning Georgia, I'll tell you that.
No,
it was a lower string defense. But Dowdell's good. He's 17 carries for 90 yards at Oregon.
Not much.
And he is an impressive human. Like, if you see him walk in, you say, oh, yeah, that's what a running back at Nebraska should look like. But you'd say that about all of them at this point.
Yeah. In response to the text line, I'm not surprised to hear this, by the way. The question was, if Emmett Johnson's your lead back this year, how do you feel about that, Nebraska fans? And
what do they say?
They're not very confident in that picture.
Why?
Now,
Why is that? I can't believe there's got to be some confidence.
Well, Emmett Johnson, let's go back to last year. I mean, he played fine. I mean, I go back to that Purdue game. He kind of sealed the game with that touchdown run in that game. He played well in that game. I don't know if he ever really impressed for a length of time, though.
4.6 yards per carry.
That's good, but what was his best? Was the Purdue game his best game he had?
I'd have to look, but hold on. He had 90. He finished the season 90 carries for 411 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's, again, 4.6 per carry. It doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, it's not.
So you're averaging what? How many? I'm trying to do math on that. 12 game, 90 carries divided by 12. He had less than 10 carries a game.
He started 7 games.
So he had like 7 to 8 carries a game,
right?
Basically. I just haven't seen it.
No, it wasn't overwhelming at all.
That's why people would say that. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, the reason I say it is because he didn't break a lot of long runs until he broke a couple late in the year. What we're talking about now with Nebraska running backs is what we've been talking about for a few years now, which is this. They have some backs that can get what's blocked. The key is getting a back that can get more than what's blocked. Make one guy miss, make 2 guys miss. Once you get to the second level, and bam, now you're free. But those backs are kind of hard to find.
They're tough to find.
As we have found out in the years since Amir Abdullah ran for 1,600 yards in back-to-back years. Not a total of 1,600 yards. 1,600 yards in 2013, 1,600 yards in 2014. He scored 19 touchdowns in 2014.
And I know we bring this one game up all the time, but the Miami game here in Lincoln in 2014, he was finding holes that did not exist against the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
How did you get through that area?
No, he was a special guy.
It wasn't blocked incredibly well. It was blocked well enough. He made it work, and that's why he was a second-round draft pick, and is still playing, by the way, in the league. He's still in the NFL. I think he's with the Raiders right now.
He's still in the NFL.
He's still in the NFL.
I mean, Nebraska's running back room is an interesting story to me because it does have some depth. It's a good group. But what you want to see is greatness emerge. And I think that's what Emmett Johnson's trying to work towards is greatness. That's what Gabe Ervin's trying to work toward is greatness. Maybe Ramir Johnson, even as he's like a 6-year senior, still has a shot where he shows greatness. You want to see some greatness. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
They're good. I like the room because it's deep and because you have tough dudes in it. All these guys that we're talking about are tough dudes. But nobody is shown to be, he can go get you 1,200 yards.
No.
Now, I haven't seen that.
I mean, people are saying they like Gabe Ervin as a running back, but he's been hurt twice now at Nebraska.
Injuries have been an issue.
He's missed.
He's got to prove himself
in parts of 2 seasons now in his time in Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's hard to trust him. So that's why Emmett would be above him in terms of injury concern. Now, Emmett, anybody can get hurt anytime, but right. Emmett has not been hurt at Nebraska.
No, and these are all tough runners, tough kids. And I like the room. Also, you got to put Mazuka in this conversation too, which Barthel does. I mean, Maurice
Mazuka.
Yeah. He's a senior. He's a grown man. He's a littler back, but he's a tough grown man. Those are your guys. So I probably would favor Emmett Johnson to emerge. But it'll be a close race. The other guy we haven't mentioned Quentin Ives. I don't think that Quentin Ives is ready to be a starter. But Ives, I know the head coach loves him. I know it for a fact. I know it. And Ives is an interesting picture because he's listed at 6'2", 185, but when you see him, and I've seen him at these camps now, I'm over there a lot. He's bigger now. Now he's starting. Now when you look at Quentin Ives, you're like, okay, now that looks what it should look. He's got to be about 200 now, 195. He's not a lean. He's looks physically ready to go, and he's part of that room too. We shouldn't leave him out. That's what I mean, Jake. They have some depth there now. There's depth. There's bodies. I don't worry too much about the room now. It would just be nice to see somebody emerge that could get you. You could say, okay, big game this weekend. He can get you 100. We just don't. We just haven't seen that.
Well, they give one running back enough carries to get to.
Well, that's the other part of the
without
discussion.
Ripping off a long run. I mean, like a 50-yarder.
I think if a guy shows that he's in a rhythm and is hot, they'd stick with him. Although you didn't see a lot of that last year.
You didn't. No,
you didn't see a lot.
Didn't exist. Now, how they feel about the running back room last year is a good question. I mean, it looks similar this year, but with the addition of Dowdell. Beyond that,
yeah,
it's a similar looking room to last year.
It is. I think Dowdell can be a factor, but I'm telling you, he's fourth, and the way my read is, he's fourth.
So then it's the same picture as last year, basically. Then
largely,
with the newest guy still fourth on the depth chart, and maybe Mazuka makes a run up there.
It'll look different, and it'll look a little different though, Jake, because you lost
Anthony Grant.
No, you lost. Yeah, but you lost Irvin and Ramir Johnson in mid-September.
Okay, yeah,
September 16th against Northern Illinois. They went down, and they were out. Yeah, and you had Anthony Grant. Now he's gone. So the picture will look a little different because you expect that you'll have Gabe Ervin and Ramir Johnson available. Ramir Johnson could have been available this spring. If push came to shove, he probably could have practiced, especially towards the end of the spring. But yeah, that's the picture. We have a good handle on it. The question is who emerges. That's the question.
Before we get to break, quick plug for our friends at Applied Connective Technologies, Nebraska's preferred tech partner. They're in all 93 counties, Sip. All 93 in Nebraska, from Knox to Knuckles, Hitchcock to Holt, everybody. What do? They manage IT. They manage cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, and more. They are all your technology solutions is one team. You can find out more at appliedconnective.com, appliedconnective.com, or call 866-358-0109. All your IT in one spot. Call them appliedconnective.com. When we come back, unfortunately, a sad retirement in the world of sports coming soon. We'll tell you who that is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, we hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red. Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
This. Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
Is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The folks at Trade Us, they grew up on farms. They trade a lot of grain. They love the industry sip. They've met many farmers that found their grain marketing plan frustrating and intimidating. The goal is to use their ingrained expertise to your advantage. They help alleviate the stresses of grain marketing so you can stay focused on what you love. Go to GoTradeUs.com, GoTredas.com, GoTradeUs.com. I teased before the break a unfortunate retirement coming up in the world of sports. Not an actual current athlete, a former athlete, but a very popular broadcaster, Sip, and that would be Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said yesterday he's going to, next season will be his final season on TV with TNT. This is on Inside the NBA on Friday night. He said, quote, "I ain't going nowhere other than TNT. But I've made my decision that no matter what happens, next year is going to be my last year on television. And I just want to say thank you to my NBA family. You guys have been great to me. My heart is full with joy and gratitude." Charles Barkley has really changed the broadcasting landscape, I think, for professional sports.
This is horrific news for the NBA. Let's just say that. By the way, he added, "I hope the NBA stays with TNT. I'm not going to another network. I'm not going to another network. But I'm going to pass the baton to Jamal Crawford or Vince Carter or you, Steve Smith. But next year, I'm just going to retire after 25 years. Again, horrific news, in my opinion, for the NBA, which doesn't need bad news.
No.
I don't know, Jake, you get into these conversations with people like Alec, my grandson Alex, or my grandson Dominic, and they will point you to numbers that suggest that the NBA is as popular as ever. I just don't know. I think in this day and age, people cook numbers. They cook up numbers. I don't even know what to believe anymore. You don't know what to believe anymore. I just know this would be the NBA has lost appeal in the eyes of many people. Barkley is a reason to watch.
Yeah. So that whole show, Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley,
Shaq,
and Ernie. That's the best it gets for NBA ever.
It is.
That nothing compares. ESPN has nothing for that. ABC, nothing compares.
Good God, watching that
to the TNT crew.
Yeah, no, watching the in studio crew on ESPN is excruciating. Especially compared to the greatness of Barkley and Shaq and Kenny. And who's the
Ernie Johnson.
Yeah, Ernie's good. Obviously, Ernie holds it together really well. This is not good. Now you get another year of him, and Charles has flirted with retirement before and then pulled out of it. He's 61.
61 years old. That's
Jake,
correct.
what I'm telling you is this. I'll believe it when I see it. He's going to do next year, so he still got him. Don't you think that he can be coaxed out of that mindset?
Well, maybe.
He's only 61. He's only 61.
Well, again, we reported that that money, that $76 billion, that was the number which we not serve. That's correct. NBC and two other enterprises are taking NBA.
Yeah.
So TNT's out of the picture here.
He can be hired by somebody else.
Yeah, he can. But TNT is saying we're trying to find a way to get him. Our future plans with him. If you're not going to be part of NBA, then what's he going to do with you, TNT?
I don't know.
Charles Barkley needs to be on TV. He is made for it. He's good. He's knowledgeable. Obviously, he's been in the league. Played forever, and he's watched it forever. But he's hilarious. Like, you need that comedy in the set. You need him.
Okay, hold on though. How's Charles without Kenny and Shaq? That's a question you got to ask right away. I think the whole crew needs to stick together. It's like the three-legged stool. I mean, without those guys, is Charles the same?
No.
No. You got to. My question to you is this: if you're NBC, why don't you just keep that show together? What am I missing? Why don't you just say, yeah, it won't be TNT. We just like to have you guys the exact show over with us.
They should consider doing that.
Why wouldn't not doing that just be classic overthinking?
Well, also, you might want to make your own history. Say that we put together a better show, which is impossible. Good luck with that. I'm just trying to speak of how they would look at that.
I know.
We have a big money deal here. We want to make sure that we have the better show, that people will always remember the show, but how can we do it better? And you just can't.
Yeah, we're going to put Wilbon on there with
Shaq and Barkley. I mean, again, Kenny's great too, and Ernie. That's just, you can't beat that connection.
It's gold.
And they all feed off each other so well.
It's interesting.
It's not the same.
It's interesting. It's not only entertaining, it's informative, and it's interesting. I mean, those guys are interesting guys. It's interesting when Shaq and Barkley go at each other, and sometimes it gets really rough.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
It gets personal. I mean, but they handle it. They move on, and Ernie has to hold things together a lot. That can't be easy. I guarantee you, there's tension a lot because those guys are strong-willed individuals. If I'm NBC, I'm just trying to keep it together.
Bring them all. Ernie,
Bring them all.
Ernie, you're coming too. Everybody, the whole crew.
Because the NBA, the appeal, there's just not that much of it left. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, it would be great if Redick took that Lakers job, if he gets it, to get him out of the media arena. I'm sorry. I mean, the guy's incredibly boring. I mean, I hope he becomes a coach.
Redick?
Yeah. God.
Give me some pop. Give me a little zip, JJ. Come on. Give me something here.
He has no pop.
Be boring.
It's like listening to an IRS agent.
Oh, that's a great picture.
It's like reading a lawnmower manual, listening to him. Yeah, I get it. You understand basketball. You're very technical. Shows some personality. Wow, I'm being hard on Redick right now.
Before we get to the game show, if you want to be more positive here, okay.
Might be a negative.
Now,
Jake.
I don't know if you saw this or not. I'm dead serious when I say this though. Next Saturday, Lincoln, Nebraska, Shaquille O'Neal will be here
At the Royal Grove. How does this work?
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, the Shaq.
What's he doing?
DJ Diesel. He's doing a DJ. He's doing a DJ career because why not? He's going to be at the Royal Grove on Cornscrew Highway, DJ.
That'll be interesting.
Shaq's going to be in Lincoln. I really hope he comes to the rail yard or something beforehand, or shows his face in and around Lincoln.
Can DP get him in here?
DP is listening. DP, get Shaq in the building. Get him here.
That would be
Shaq will be in Lincoln, Nebraska next Saturday, performing as DJ Diesel at the Royal Grove.
Maybe DP's connections can land Shaq in the ticket.
Imagine that.
I am imagining it, and it's a great picture. It's a great picture.
I want to talk to Shaq.
Just shake his hand.
He might break my hand.
No, he's a good human being. God, that would be it. That's amazing. He's going to be at the Royal Grove, by the way. I would think that will be a line out to.
It's sold out already.
Is it?
It's sold out.
So you need a ticket. You can't just show up.
They got another big guy. I don't know much about. They got him Steve Aoki. Not the same concert, but he's a huge DJ also, and that sold out in 30 minutes max.
How about the Royal Grove?
They're doing those are two huge acts. Aoki is a massive name in DJing, and obviously Shaquille O'Neal is pretty dang big also.
That line will be out to the Top Hat bar over there. What's it called? Is it the Top Hat?
I have not been out to that area for a while.
I'd have to look at that.
What's the bar by the Royal Grove?
The bar by the Royal Grove. I'm going to call it the Top Hat.
Might be right.
I don't know.
Might be right. So there we go. There's some news for Lincoln, Nebraska. Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Just you versus the caller. Bill is not here to help sip out today. I'm not sure he could help with this one.
We had Isabella in here last week. I think she's pretty busy right now.
She's busy.
So let's just do this on my own.
She wouldn't help out with this anyways, likely. If I know Bella. I don't think she's watching a lot of golf.
Okay.
U.S. Open was this past weekend. We talked about Bryson beats Rory by 1. Today, golfer nationalities.
Oh, boy.
Where are these golfers from? I'll give you a hint. None of the answers are the USA.
Okay.
Don't guess the USA if you want to get a question right. 464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip and Trivia. I think you were 2-3 last week. First losing week in quite some time.
Yeah,
the record's still way above 500. You are 92-77.
92-77 sounds right.
Pretty good.
Yeah, 15 over.
Oh boy, Jerry's gone. Another caller, Ben.
I wonder if that was Coach Jerry.
I don't think it was Coach Jerry.
You don't?
It might have been.
Hey.
464-5685. Golfer nationalities.
Ben is frazzled.
That's okay, Ben. I'm not mad at you. The call dropped. It wasn't you.
We're fine. Look at Ben in his Dolphins cap.
Yeah. Young Ben is not trying to appease me. He's actually a Dolphins fan. Has been before he knew me. So, write down a name. Okay.
Jason.
Jason's the new caller. Let me get him up here real quick. Jason, how do you feel about golfer nationalities today? Think you know what countries these golfers are from?
I feel okay about it. Not great.
Okay. I think Sip's in the same boat.
Hey, Jason. That sums up the way I feel exactly.
Well,
yeah, like I can picture the flags, like when I look at the golfers, so I can picture the flags. I just don't know if I can identify them.
Okay. On the leaderboard shows the flag.
I know exactly what he's talking about.
All right, Jason, the first question goes to you again. The hint is no answers will be the USA of these 4. First question. What country is Corey Connors from? Jason. Corey Connors finished in the top 20 at the U.S. Open.
Yeah. I'm in between two, and they both start with an A, so maybe I'm giving it away. I'm going to go Australia.
Australia.
Was it Austria?
I'm not telling you what it was. Sip can still take it if he wants to.
Pass.
It was Canada. Corey Connors.
Darn, okay.
Over to you, Sip, for the lead. First question. You mentioned this guy earlier, but what country is Ludwig Oberg from?
Okay, he is from Switzerland. Oh, you got to be kidding! Oh,
You got to be kidding. That's what I was going to guess too.
You don't have to take this. What would you say?
Sweden.
Sweden would be
From
correct.
Sweden.
It's Sweden.
Yeah, that's great. I just lost my composure.
You didn't take it, so 0-0 tie for the lead. Jason, last question. What country is Cameron Smith from?
Oh, Smitty.
Smitty.
England.
Not England, not USA.
Pass. Tell me it's not New Zealand.
It was close, but Australia.
Okay.
0-0 tie.
All right, that's fine.
You should have had Sweden, though. You went too quickly on that one.
Did.
For the win.
I just lost my composure.
For the win.
I hope it's not. I hope the last question's not Rory, because if you give him Rory, that's.
I wouldn't do that to you, Jason. Come on. Have a little faith in me here.
Northern Ireland.
Right,
Sip. What country is Martin Keimer from?
He's from Ireland.
That's not it. Do you want that one, Jason, or not? For the win. You don't have to take this, though.
No, I'll pass.
It's from Germany.
Okay.
Germany.
Okay.
So we're
deadlocked.
0-0 tie.
We're deadlocked.
This will go to Jason, and then you'll go over under Jason's answer.
Ooh, this is intense.
Textures, was this a fair game show or not? 464-5685. Jason, here's the question. Bernhard Langer is from Germany. He is 66 years old and has the most career wins on the Champions Tour. That's 50 plus for age of anybody ever. How many times has he won on the Champions Tour?
In 16 years?
16 years, yep. How many times, Jason? Most ever wins of anybody on the Champions Tour.
Dangerous game, but my favorite number is 21, so I'm going to go 21.
Ooh, that's a good number. It's a good number because my first number that popped in my head was 23. So I'm going over.
Brilliant! How about 46 wins for Bernhard? 46. He is a machine.
That's ridiculous.
And he's won this year already, too, at 66 years old. So, Jason, we'll get you a bagel and coffee. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
La Machine.
Wasn't a pretty game today, but still win for you, Sip.
I should have gotten Oberg because I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
Sweden, not
I'm
Switzerland.
a little bit surprised you didn't get Cameron Smith.
Right.
You didn't take a guess. He guessed England, and you said no.
Yeah,
no,
these
you said you would have said New Zealand, which
Right.
is a neighbor of Australia.
Yeah, these largely were unfamiliar names to me.
Well, Cam Smith won a major, British Open.
Okay.
So Martin Keimer's won 2 championships. He's won a U.S. Open and a PGA. Oberg nearly won the Masters, and Corey Connors has been a top 10 machine recently. So
I started kind of.
And you watched 12 holes of golf yesterday. I'm so proud of you.
Yes. I was not, I stopped with the golf thing around the time about, I guess, like when Seve was playing and Norman. I was watching it a little bit more back then. Seve, Norman.
That was a good time to watch golf.
Yeah. Who else was back then?
Maybe the 80s and early 90s probably then. More 80s.
I recognize these guys now.
Nick Faldo.
Yeah, Faldo. Liv has kind of messed things up a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah, but you still recognize like Finau.
Yep, he finished top 3.
Koepka and DeChambeau. Those guys are they're brands. McIlroy's a brand. There's still some familiar brands that
I'd still say
not as many though.
I'd still say back to yesterday, and people are torn, I think, a little bit in this country because I think there's still a little anger about Live Golf taking from people from PGA, but the U.S. Open is people like to have Americans win that, and Bryson DeChambeau is an American, so he's on Live Golf, so it might be a little bit of animosity there, but hey, an American won the U.S. Open.
So DeChambeau's Live?
He's Live Golf.
Is he?
Yep.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
And is Koepka live?
Koepka's on live.
Do DeChambeau and Koepka get along?
They do.
They do.
They're tight now.
They're tight now.
Yep.
They seem like birds of a feather in that they both look like linebackers to me.
Yeah. They can make a nice tackle, I'm sure.
Yeah, they look like linebackers.
Yeah. They hit a long ways, and they're very good players.
Is Koepka's swing, is his tee shot violent as DeChambeau?
It's not quite as herky-jerky as Bryson, but he can hit it a long ways. Yeah. Brooks is a good player. Finished +6, I think, but there you go. Congrats to you. Before we get to break, we can't forget about our people at First Rate Ag, Sip, Parker and Chris.
Oh, God, no.
They're the people out there, full-service ag retailer. They have everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Been around for 25 years in business. Reach out at firstrateag.com or call them at 308-995-8327. Ask for Parker or Chris. Again, First Rate Ag.
There we go.
People. The spillover is next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Want to contribute to medical advancements and get paid for your time? Join a clinical trial at Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access medicines in development, and get study-related care at no cost. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. Help shape the future of medicine. Visit velocitytrials.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
What are you doing, hon? I thought we were going to pick up our Powerball with Power Play and Double Play tickets.
Hold on. I have to sit through this video meeting for work.
Do they realize how big the Powerball jackpot is?
I know, but these blowhards keep rambling on.
I don't want to miss my chance to win millions of dollars.
Well, neither do I. But how do I get these win bags to speed it up?
Dave, you're not on mute.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Play Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Husker fans, the 2024 Nebraska football season is right around the corner, and they need your support in Memorial Stadium this fall. You can now purchase a Husker football 3-game mini plan for only $170. This plan includes tickets to the UTEP or Northern Iowa, plus Illinois or Rutgers, and either UCLA or Wisconsin games. Tickets are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football 3-game mini plan today, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red. Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with AD. U.S. Open is a wrap. Bryson DeChambeau, the champion for the second time at the U.S. Open. He's won at Winged Foot and Pinehurst #2. Not bad for places to win.
Okay.
This to me, though, and Sip, we discussed in the first segment, was it more of McIlroy losing it or DeChambeau winning the U.S. Open yesterday?
I mean, from what I saw, it was more DeChambeau winning. That's a tight duel. They're going at each other. There's going to be some slip-ups. Who has the worst slip-up? And you'd say McIlroy probably did. DeChambeau, I mean, it wasn't like he was devoid of problems.
No, he had issues. He couldn't drive the ball very well.
Right. You're saying he was right a lot. Yeah, he's right a lot. He was late, is what they were saying on the broadcast.
You know,
he was late.
Well, think about this for a second. So he had a great driving day on Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
But he changed his driver head on the range yesterday because he said he thought the face of the old driver was kind of getting beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And so he changed the face, and he hit 5 times on the range with the new face.
Yeah.
He said probably should have hit it more than 5 times with the new face. Just maybe thought about that, but I didn't. But he wins the tournament though. No playoff. He wins it outright with a great bunker shot in 18. And AD, I was just saying.
AD was into it.
AD, I was telling you, I was talking with Sip a little bit because I watched Full Swing on Netflix. It's the golf show about following the PGA Tour and Live. Mm-hmm. And McIlroy at one point was saying, "I'm not sure if I'm ever going to win again."
What kind of attitude is that, by the way?
He was depressed and down, and this was his chance. This was his chance to do it, and he just missed 2 3-foot putts the last 2-3 holes, and that was it. How do you recover from that? If you're Rory going forward.
How do you recover, AD? AD's a golf fan
and a golfer.
Golfer.
You know, I don't think you ever recover. You just got to let it go. I mean, you're not going to recover from that. I'm not saying he's not going to win again. What I'm simply saying is, I was telling my son Keenan this yesterday. We were leaving the golf course. We were playing it because we were watching it while we were playing, and I told him about the '93 national championship game. I said, if there's instant replay, I said we're three-time national champions at that point, at least. At least Coach gets his first one, '93, because there's so many missed calls, as we all know. I said, but that feeling never goes away.
Yeah.
So that feeling of him losing this, it's never going to go away. It doesn't mean he's not going to win again, but this one is never going to go away.
That hurts to hear that. It hurts.
And it hurts him more this morning than it even did last night, because you woke up this morning and go, dang, that really did happen.
So
it wasn't a bad nightmare.
The thing about Rory, though, is that all these majors, he's been coming from behind to try to make a run on Sunday, which, again, he's always been just short. He took the lead. He's not taking the lead in majors recently when he's had these great Sunday performances. He was up by 2 shots temporarily and then missed, a couple makeable putts down the stretch. He was making really good putts. I mean, talking 20-footers. He made some 8-foot par putts. He made everything he had to. And then just when it mattered most, he missed the gimme putt on 16 when he had, by the way, a 20-foot birdie putt he just missed right before that. And he misses that. Makes the nice putt on 17 for par. But at 18, he just missed a 3-footer. I mean, the best players in the world don't do that. You can't do that at that moment.
He's sick.
Tough. He should be. Rory is one of those guys that will always talk to the media. He's been the face of the PGA Tour through all this live stuff. He left the golf course immediately. Didn't talk to media. Said, "I'm sick. I gotta go."
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, it's
rough. He's not. That's rough. Those guys they're killer competitors, and it kills them to lose. I mean, DeChambeau is a killer competitor. That's what I saw when I was watching. I saw the first 12 holes.
He hit shots.
He does. He gets in trouble,
shots.
and that's when he gets in trouble. That's where you see the competitor. He just figures it out. Like I was telling Jake earlier, he's like Marty Bird.
Ozark.
Yeah, from Ozark. He gets in trouble, and it's like, okay, how are we getting out of this trouble? How are we getting out of this one? I mean, I'm staring. I'm way right. There's 3 trees in front of me. I got to get through them. And he does it. He did it over and over. But he's calm. He doesn't show weakness out there, which I really admired about DeChambeau. He didn't show weakness.
No, he did not. One major left. That's July, the Open Championship this year.
Okay,
but
July.
Yep, the Open. And next month we'll have one more tournament.
What are you guys talking about today, AD? It's a little light menu.
Yeah, we got, of course, Husker recruiting that took place this weekend.
Yeah, you got a big DT from the Galveston area.
Yes. So the big defensive tackle that committed. Seeing quite a few of the recruits on the Saturday at the farmers market.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Seen a bunch of those guys walking down there. Coach, they were leaving the
farmers market.
Yeah, they were leaving that new restaurant down the Haymarket underneath the bridge. Starts with an F.
Oh, Fleetwood.
They were leaving Fleetwood. So it was Coach Brown, EJ Barthel.
Yeah, EJ Barthel.
There was another
RB coach.
Yeah, there was another few coaches there. I believe Raiola was with some other guys. Some big boys. It was a big boy. So they were walking through.
Which Raiola was it? You saw Dylan?
No, Coach
Donovan.
Oh, Donovan Raiola. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So a bunch of those guys were walking through the farmers market.
There's a lot of Raiolas around right now.
Yes, there is.
Taking over the town.
We'll talk CWS.
Okay.
Of course, we'll talk some more of the U.S. Open, and also tonight's game. Is it over? Yeah.
Finals.
Discuss the finals.
Oh, the finals tonight.
Hey, by the way, on that real quick, very odd. Both the Stanley Cup Finals and NBA were headed for sweeps, and then both teams just absolutely murdered the other one.
Last I saw, Edmonton was up 8-1.
That was
a beatdown.
Edmonton down 8 was down 3 games and nothing. Won 8-1 against Florida. It goes back to Florida now, and then tonight, obviously, the Mavericks won by like 36 points. They won by 30+ points.
Yeah.
In game 4 to force a game 5.
Right. They won in Dallas. And is it a thing? I was going to ask you guys this real quick. Is it a thing, like a real thing that Boston would say, I want to win. We want to win this at home. Let's mail. That can't be a thing, right?
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
That can't be, right?
It shouldn't be. I would hope not. Hope you just take care of business and win regardless. But in today's games with all the other outside noise, who knows?
Thank you. I'm afraid that AD and I are become more cynical than we should be. Because I used to think here's what I used to think. No way they would do that. In the world that's evolved, in the directions that's evolved, I start to think, maybe they would.
Well, plus, they're sitting on, they were sitting on 3 games, as far as the lead, but I don't put anything past any of it in today's day and age. Look at Iowa, Nebraska, when Caitlin could have broke the record here compared to breaking it at home. All of a sudden, she gets colder.
Colder.
Went
back in too late. She couldn't find her shot.
Exactly.
It's dangerous to do that.
But I had no problem finding it when they got back home.
Right.
Which, like I said, who knows? But none of it would surprise me.
Got it.
That's it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Treads Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This